Hey, 2X Pain here. Welcome to my first LP ever. So let's get started. Starting off, it asks you for your name, like any typical Pokemon game. Now, this story basically is about your kid who doesn't know anything, and you hear about these great Pokemon cards that you have to apparently inherit. So, in order to do that, you need to first learn how to play the game. So, you rush over to Dr. Mason's lab and be like, "Hey, can you please teach me how to play?" No, he probably wasn't that nice. "Hey, old man, teach me how to play Pokemon. Now." He's like, "Alright, I'll give you some cards. Practice with Sam here." Now, I'm not going to go through and explain all the rules and everything, because you can just go through and, if you have any questions, ask them yourself, pretty much. This game is really fun once you get into it, but this very first battle, it's just so annoying. Mostly because he has to explain every little detail, because apparently I'm a stupid kid. And the thing is, you really can't do too much. Now, one thing I like to do is if you hit select in your hand, it will organize your cards. Energy, Pokemon, then Trainer. Comes in handy when you get a lot of cards in your hands. Just a little fun fact to know. Ah, the wrong button. Throw Staryu on the bench. Now, I'm not really explaining too much because you can pretty much just read this. And like I said, he explains everything. It is very annoying. But hey, there are some people who don't know how to do it, so I guess this is mostly for them. So, to pass the time, I guess I'll just talk about myself a little bit. I'm just like a geek. Let's just say that. Geek for Pokemon. I used to be into Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot, but not so much anymore. But I still love playing all the Pokemon games. So much. I find that they're fun because I have such a strategic mind. I mean, when I play stuff like Platinum and Diamond and Pearl, I get so into it that it's like, before I even start the game, I plan out that, alright, I'm gonna have these three on my team, and then you as an HM person, and then halfway through the game I'll be like, alright, I want to add you, which means I can't have you. So I like overthink, overplan, stuff like that. So I don't know, it's just a habit of mine. I like being prepared for stuff, especially when I go into like fighting gym leaders and stuff. It's like, alright, I'm going to fight, let's say, Bugsy. I will make sure I have lots of potions and try to have the type advantage. I rarely ever go into a gym being like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. It's just weird. I don't even really know what's going on. I've done this so many times that it's like habit. Alright, we took up the first person. Now to actually start talking about this game. Prizes you get for knocking out the opponent's Pokemon. And depending on the person that you're battling, there's different numbers of prizes that range anywhere from 2 to 6. 2 for, let's say, not so important people, whereas 6, it's like for the masters and all the top people that you have to face in this game. But we'll get into that a little bit later on. Now, put Drowsy on the bench. One thing I don't get is this match is pretty much set up where you get all the cards you need at the right time, but yet he told you to put the Psychic Energy on Seeking when he knew that you were going to be drawing a Drowsy. To me that makes no sense at all, but hey, Pokemon logic, I've learned not to question it. If you question Pokemon logic, you will go insane. No joke. Don't do it. Now that he knocked out one of your persons, you have to pick someone from your bench to take its place. And who's better than Staryu? Because apparently now you're waiting for a Starmie. That way you can destroy him, apparently. Well, who knows when you're going to draw that, right? It's not like you stacked the deck or anything. So, put my chop down. And then, that is an example of an opponent being really lame. Switching out when his active Pokemon had like 10 HP. So annoying. Still waiting to draw a Starmie. So what do you do in the meantime? Throw another energy on. Heal him up with this randomly placed potion. And then slap Machop, because, you know, I totally have hands that I can slap him with. And I think it might hurt, especially because Staryu has points, and those are technically his hands, I guess. So I think that actually might hurt. Who knows? And what do you know, we finally drew the Starmie. Which means this match is almost over, thank God. Now, throughout the game, you'll come across different types of status conditions. Paralyzing, poison, sleep, and each one has a different thing to go with it. I'll get into that a little bit later when it actually happens. But paralysis is basically you can't switch out or attack for the turn that you're paralyzed, but it automatically heals at the end of your turn. So it's kind of annoying, but it's not that big of a deal unless it happens like 2,000 times in a row. But oh well. And in this match, you always get heads, so you'll always paralyze them. Why would I want to come battle him again? That was so annoying. If I come battle him again, I don't want you staring off the edge of my shoulder. That's just annoying. Now he's going to give you some more cards. Now, each one is basically like the starter. Charmander gives you Charmander, which ultimately gives you Charizard. Squirtle will give you Blastoise, and Bulbasaur will give you Venusaur. Each one has an assortment of cards within it, but to find out which one I choose, you will have to wait till part 2. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.